My mission is to impact the hearts and minds of women, helping them change their stories and empowering them to love themselves, their bodies, and their lives.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Change Your Story podcast. I'm Hannah Dawson, your host and transformation coach. I'm a certified personal trainer, nutritionist, mindset coach, writer, speaker, and creator of the Fit Club Babes app, and I am here to help you transform your life. While I love teaching all things nutrition and fitness, and trust me, you'll get lots of that on here, my true passion lies in the power of mindset and self-relationship. I know firsthand how powerful a mindset shift can be. It has profoundly impacted not only my health and fitness journey, but also my relationship with myself, and it can do the same for you too. Many women believe as we age, we lose our beauty, body, and health, but that's not true. You can feel and look amazing and get better with age, and I'm going to show you how. Are you ready to change your story? Let's flip the script one thought at a time. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the show today. I'm Coach Hannah. Today's episode is all about why your muscle is your secret weapon for living a longer, healthier life. I've titled this episode, Muscle is the Fountain of Youth. The more muscle means the longer, healthier you will live. This is true. And before we get into it today, we're going to kind of recap last week's episodes. We are still on the series that we will not let age change us, but we will change the way we age. You guys, if you haven't listened to those first few episodes, go and listen to them. They're all ordered from 1 to 2. This is episode 6 now. There's so many good episodes, ladies. I just really want you to have all the knowledge to really change your story on your health and fitness journey. And before we get into it, I was at the foot doctor yesterday, and I seen all these women, in their 60s, 70s, 80s, and one lady had an oxygen tank and one lady had a walker, and, just all these health conditions, that if maybe they would have known this information earlier, maybe they would have made better choices for their health and they wouldn't have all these chronic conditions. And unfortunately, lack of inactivity and exercise and eating properly is why those are statistics. And like I said from the last episodes, you will be a statistic if you don't start making a change. And I also was thinking about my grandma. So my grandma, she is the healthiest little cutie pie ever. I mean, she, my grandparents had a house on a lake property, and it was pretty big, and it's in BC, and so you get lots of snow there. My grandma would shovel the snow. Like, she would be out shoveling the snow. She'd be out in the garden. She goes for walks. She's very active. And I remember some of my family members saying, she's getting too old to be shoveling snow like that. She's getting too old. She's getting too old. See, we're listening to people that don't know any better. It's the fact that my grandma did those things that is why she is so healthy today. I think she just turned 83, I believe. She just turned 83. And, she goes on her hour walks every day. If I lived by her, I would get her lifting weights too, because knowing that muscle is the key weapon to, being healthy. But she has been healthy. She does all of the things. She nourishes her body. And because of that, she is healthy today. Could she be even more healthier? Absolutely. If she would have known to start lifting weights. But here's the sad thing is, lifting weights was almost like looked down on for women. Being strong was looked down on for women. Women have been seen as less than for so long in history that we are coming into an era where women are becoming to be comfortable with who we are and knowing our power and that we are strong. And so that is why I'm so passionate about these episodes, you guys, that I'm talking about, is that you have the power. Do not let anybody tell you that being strong is not a good thing, that having too much muscle is manly. Those are opinions from small-minded people that are living in fear, and maybe a lot of them just don't know any better. That's the thing. Here, before we get into, I'm feeling like a motivational coach today. You don't take financial advice from somebody that is in debt and doing horrible and makes poor financial decisions. You don't take advice from them. They're not going to help you get to where you want to be. You take advice from somebody that has financial freedom, that somebody has the house that you want, that is going on the trips that you want, that, is successful. You take advice from somebody that with their body that makes healthy eating habits, that exercises. You look at them and you go, okay, now I can repeat. You don't take advice from people that aren't where you want to be. And so with our health, a lot of the time we can take the opinions of our family, of listening to all of these ideas of how we're supposed to age, and it's not how it should be. And so what you believe is going to be totally the life that you live. It will absolutely be the direction that your story goes. So if you believe you can become your healthiest, fittest self from this day going forward, you will be, because you will make decisions for that. All right, you guys. So again, go and have a peek at those episodes. There's your little 5-minute motivation motivation talk. I just really wanted to say that. So we're going to go over the power of muscle for longevity. Why muscle matters. Okay, ladies, I have 3 reasons why muscle matters, okay? Muscle, I'm going to keep this simple. Muscle supports your metabolism. It keeps your bones healthy, and it improves insulin sensitivity. Number 2, it helps with balance, reducing the risk of falls and chronic diseases. And number 3, it's a key aspect of our M3 method in the Fit Club, where we emphasize the importance of muscle in overall health. Muscle is so important. All right, there's a saying, if you don't use it, you lose it. It doesn't just stay. You have to use your muscle. You have to make them stronger, or it disappears. All right. And I'm kind of talk about the links to longevity. Like, why is muscle the fountain of youth? All right. Muscle is your fountain of youth. It will keep you healthier, longer. You'll live longer. You'll live a better quality of life. Studies have shown that individuals with higher amounts of muscle have lower risk of early death, all right? Number 2, building and preserving muscle helps you stay active and vibrant as you age. I'm kind of repeating what I said. And then in our new M3 method, you guys, we really focus on strategies to help you build and maintain your muscle for long-term benefits. All right, those are really important. So again, I'm keeping this really simple, so hopefully you can absorb this. All right, the importance of using your muscles. So again, like I said, you use it or lose it. If you don't use your muscles, you will lose them. So regular training and activity is crucial for maintaining your muscle mass. It's not an option, just as brushing your teeth, showering shouldn't be optional. Hopefully they're not optional for you. You need to do them. And your muscles, your body needs you to move it. It needs you to be consistent. It shouldn't be an option. It shouldn't be like, I didn't have time. What if you said, I didn't have time to shower? I didn't have time to brush my teeth. That's just poor time management. And that comes down to you need to reevaluate some of your life choices. That's it. All right. And that's why I've poured my heart, my soul into the M3 method, the muscle method, because it incorporates regular strength training. This is so important to ensure that you are constantly using and building your muscles. All right, let's just talk about the impacts of muscle loss. So this is also called sarcopenia. All right, so the number 1 impact of it is loss of strength. It will make daily tasks more difficult. Poor quality of life. It reduces your ability to engage in activities you enjoy. All right, just like those ladies I seen in the medical center, and a lot of people I see just not living the quality of life that that they could be living. There was a family, me and the girls and Adam went to ride scooters downtown, and there's this family at the picnic table, and they all had not like the tall scooters, but like the wheelchairs, the electric scooter wheelchair type of things. And they are all sitting at the picnic table. They all had them. A kid that was around Maddie's age probably, or maybe T's, anywhere from 11 to 12. He was on them too, extremely overweight, like obese. And their whole carts and their whole picnic table was filled of chips and pop. The kid literally had a whole 2-liter big pop in his hand that he was drinking from the jug. And so it's just so sad to see that you don't see someone, you see all of the conditions that are going to come along with that. And then they took off in their scooters, so they're eating all that stuff, extremely overweight. I'm sure they have tons of conditions, and they're on their scooters instead of walking. And so just seeing things like that, I just, living a healthy life and preventing all of those diseases is absolutely preventable. We just have to make better life choices. All right. The impacts of muscle loss, higher risk for injury. Weaker muscles means a higher risk for falls and fractures. All right. Slow metabolism. Muscle helps burn calories. So losing your muscle will slow your metabolism. This means you will put weight on quicker. So like I said, a lot of women, we think that age, that our metabolism slows down. No, you've just lost muscle. So you've got to get those habits back. You got to build muscle. You got to strengthen your bones, and your metabolism will speed up. You can't lose your metabolism. Hey everyone, it's Coach Hannah here. I just want to take a small little break and say, girl, hang on to those yoga pants, because I am about to introduce to you a program that is going to transform your body and mindset like never before. If you are tired of playing whack-a-mole with your body and aging, dealing with the blahs of getting older and the weight loss roller coasters, are you ready? Say hello to the M3 method. This is your secret weapon. It is designed for women 30 plus. It's about building a lifestyle and body you love. So imagine this. Imagine waking up every day feeling excited to get dressed because you feel incredible in your skin. The M3 method isn't about becoming a smaller version of yourself. It's about becoming a stronger, more empowered version with energy and confidence so high you could power a rocket. It's about thinking more about nutrition and less about calories. The M3 method will help you sculpt and build a toned body, boost your metabolism, and power up your muscles by using food as your fuel. It is designed to show you that you are enough already and you have the body you want. It's about ditching the diet drama and celebrating your journey to becoming the healthiest, fittest, strongest, most confident version of yourself. Join me on this transformation journey. We have launched, but it is never too late to start. The program within the Fit Club app, you can adjust it to start whenever you are ready. So don't worry about that. You can start where you're at, and don't wait to start feeling amazing. And if you're still not feeling sure, I am so confident in the M3 method that I'm offering you 7-day free trial. Check the show notes for more details. Let's flip the script, because we've got the muscles to do it and a story to change. Remember, it's never too late to start giving yourself the love and care you deserve. With the M3 method, we are rewriting our stories and becoming the healthiest, strongest, most confident versions of ourselves. For more details, check out the show notes and follow me on Instagram at the Fit Club Babes and at the Change Your Story podcast. Are you ready to get this party started, girl? Let's go. It doesn't get wrecked. It just slows down based on your habits, how much muscle you have. All right. Risk of obesity. Again, like I talked about that family, right? Slower metabolism reduces activity and can lead to weight gain. And it can also lead to it leads to us not wanting to do anything. It leads to laziness. All right. Loss of basic functional movements, difficulty moving basic tasks and walking, climbing stairs, lifting objects. All of this becomes more challenging if we do not have enough muscle on our body. Potential health conditions, increased risk for chronic diseases such as diabetes, heart disease, osteoporosis. My mother-in-law got diagnosed with osteoporosis after she had been sledding with my girls in the wintertime and went to put her leg down to stop herself from going too fast, and her tibia split in half, literally snapped. Her front of her shin was sticking, the bone was sticking out, and she found out after she had osteoporosis. So now when we work with her with training and stuff, she can't do any twisting motions because it could fracture her or snap her spine. Like these are things that like I'm sure she wishes she would have known when she was younger to weightlift, but back in her day, and even, when I was younger, weightlifting, putting muscle on was not, it was almost frowned upon as women. You don't lift weights. So, now it was like the cardio era, and now we're in the strength era, and we're learning what our body actually needs, and we have more more proof. So now my mother-in-law is doing all of the things, making sure she's getting enough protein. She does her workouts and stuff. And no, it won't remove the osteoporosis, but it will help her live a better, healthier, longer life. So these are things that we have to think about, ladies, because whether we like it or not, we are going to age, but how we choose to age is a choice. Either we're going to let age change us, or we will change the way that we age. It doesn't mean that we're not going to experience, the certain aging aspects, but we can have a better quality of life if we choose to. So it's really important to know, like I said, sarcopenia, it's the natural aging process. So muscle mass naturally decreases as we age. That's why we have to be proactive. If we don't use it, we lose it. That's natural causes of muscle loss, right? Causes of muscle loss also is a sedentary life. Lack of exercise leads to muscle atrophy, all right? Another one is poor nutrition. So not consuming enough protein, not enough nutrient-dense calories to support muscle maintenance and growth and support basic functions. A lot of us have to get a little bit more responsible and stop saying, I don't want to track my nutrition. I don't want to, that's overwhelming. Okay, well, what's more overwhelming is when you start losing your ability and quality of life, and you're on all these different medications and you have all these different symptoms. What's worse, putting in the work now to understand what you need and how much you need of it, because your body needs that no matter what. No matter if you track your macronutrients, you consume macronutrients every single day, you consume calories every single day. How the quality of it is up to you. That's why we have to take control of it. That's why we have to take responsibility. It is your responsibility to take care of the house that you live in, to make sure that you are paying the dues that will keep that house in order. So lastly, but not leastly, let's talk about some strategies, you guys, to building and maintaining muscle mass. So your first one is strength training. Obviously, you need to have some sort of strength training program. That is why we have created the M3 method. It's going to take you through a whole year, month to month. There's 4 phases that will really help you build on the next, from an absolute beginner to our intermediate and advanced lifters. Then you need to be thinking about when you are having a strength train program, you need to gradually increase the weight or resistance to keep challenging your muscle. This is what we call progressive overload. All right. The M3 method, our M3 method is tailored. Strength training routine will help you add progressive overload because of the methods that I have used in it and created it for will help you do this. So you don't really even have to think about that, okay? Another one that is really important for building and maintaining is recovery, all right? Our muscles actually grow when we're at rest. So when we're in the gym or when we're doing our workouts, we stress them, we tear the little muscle fibers, and then it's when we rest that they repair and recover. So rest means days off. It means taking proper rest in between sets and circuits in our training, as well as sleep, getting proper sleep. That is all about recovery. And it's a vital part of our M3 method. It ensures that your muscles can strengthen properly and then get enough recovery in between. The third one is nutrition. Ladies, what you consume matters. It absolutely does. In the Fit Club, I talk about, having a flexible approach to your nutrition. That's like that 80 to 90% whole foods. That all your meals, most of your meals should come from whole food sources, while still allowing that 10 to 20% for those soul foods. And I want to say too, it doesn't mean you have to eat junk food for your soul food. Some of those soul foods could be whole foods, just made yummier. You're allowed to enjoy, a piece of chocolate, ice cream, chips, but that shouldn't be consuming your diet. The whole food should consume, getting enough protein, carbs, fats, they all serve a purpose in your body. Your body needs them. And like I said before, and I will say it again, your body supports you. You need to support your body. Your body can only do for you what you are supporting it to do. So if it's not doing what you want, if it seems like it's breaking down, if it seems like it's, everything is just not working in your body, you're not happy with your body, that is on you. Unfortunately, it is based on the habits and the way you feed it and the way you move it and the way you rest it and the way that you think about it. All of that is, unfortunately, up to you. And once you start taking control of that and doing that for your body will be an amazing machine that will work so well and work so good for you. And the part of the M3 method, the nutrition, and why I have used a balanced approach is because most women do not have a weight loss problem. They have a weight management problem. You've never been able to maintain the weight that you've lost. You've always yo-yoed. And a lot of this has been your reason why you've lost so much muscle mass. Being in chronic dieting and then overeating has not served your metabolism, has not served your body's ability to keep your muscle. So you have to relearn everything. You have to start from ground zero and just start eating at maintenance and eating to fuel your body, your mind, your hormones, your mental health, your strength, your performance, your sleep, your rest, recovery, I should say. It has to come from that mindset. But first, you have to earn the right to diet. And if you've been a chronic dieter, yo-yo, you haven't earned the right. You've just abused your body. So you have to start building a healthier relationship with your body. And that starts at the basic. And yeah, it's almost going to be harder. It's like, it's kind of like an addiction. And so once you've tasted an addiction, quitting that addiction is even harder than if you never had that addiction in the first place. That can be with food, that can be with alcohol, drugs, gambling, all the different addictions that we can have, right? Disordered eating disorders, body dysmorphia, those are all addictive patterns that have to be broken. And only we can choose to break those. Obviously, there are people and tools and resources that will help us do that. But again, not to go on a tangent on that, but I just really want to make this clear to you. And I really want to help change the way you think, to change your perspective so that you can start living in the body that works for you and living a life that you love and learning to love your body and all it does for you. So the last one is consistency. All right. It all comes down to consistency. And so, you have to be able to be consistent in your nutrition, be consistent in your training, be consistent in your mindset work, in your routines. It's finding something that you can be consistent in. And there's a quote that says, it's not what you sometimes do, it is what you consistently do. Results come from consistency. Now, that's why the M3 method I have chosen for our beginners, it's 3 full body days a week. That's it. And some women might be like, well, I want to do more. But your 3 days is literally with weightlifting all you need. You have enough time to recover that way. You have enough time to build that lean mass, and you can do whatever you want on the other days, walking, whatever. And then for our intermediates to advance, you have the option of 3 days or 4 days. That's maximum. And then 1 to 2 cardio days, whether that's just walking or hitting your steps. But it's really teaching you that our muscle needs recovery. Our muscle needs rest. It also needs consistency. So if you consistently showed up 3 days a week for 12 months, I guarantee you, your body composition will change. Your clothes will fit different. You will feel like a whole new person. And then this person that does these challenges for 8 weeks and then you quit for 4 months and then 8 weeks and quit for 4 months because you've picked something that's unsustainable for you and your life. You just have to find a flow. You have to get in alignment, and you have to commit to change, and to changing your story of how you're going to show up and take care of your body. So you guys, if you haven't joined the muscle method, the M3 method yet, you can join anytime. It is in the Fit Club Babes app. I welcome you to join. If you want to do a 7-day free trial, you're not sure, see the show notes below. And then if you want a discount off of your first initial payment, that code is below as well, because I would be happy, more than happy to help you. I'm passionate about helping women change their stories when it comes to your body, and your relationship with yourself and your life. That is what I do. That is what the Fit Club app is designed for. It's got your nutrition, it's got your training, it's got the mindset work, it's got tracking your progress, it's got weekly check-ins. We have an amazing community in our Facebook group of women on the same mission as you, and there's nothing more powerful than connecting to other like-minded people, because we know when we get in the rooms and in the environments where change is happening, we can only change and grow too. You guys, that is it. That is all for today's episode. So next episode, we're talking about something that is so powerful and important, and something, again, that women really struggle with. It's the plan after the plan. Having this short-term thinking on, I just want to lose the weight, but you don't think about the life that you're creating in the meantime and how you're going to live at that weight. It's always this short-term thinking. And so I'm going to talk to you about that. I'm going to give you the best tips on how to create the plan after the plan, right? I love this. I'm so excited to talk about this topic. It's one of my favorite topics to talk about. So I will see you next week. We'll be going over that. If you haven't listened to these first episodes up until episode 6, go listen to those. They're so good. There's so much wisdom and knowledge in there for you on your health and fitness journey. You guys, if you would do me a huge favor and go and rate and review this, it takes you 2 seconds, but it means the world to me. It is the lifeblood of this podcast. It helps me get found. It helps build the brand, and getting the message out to women about changing their story. You can also share this episode in your social media and tag the Change Your Story podcast on Instagram or at Fit Club Babes. The more you share, the more people find it, and the more people you also help, because I know that this isn't only benefiting you, it benefits others. And when we share, that only comes back to us. When we give, gifts come back to us. So I just want to ask for your help and your support in sharing this episode and this Change Your Story podcast. You guys, that is it. That is all. I love you all. And until next time, bye for now.